Saskatchewan as history is made tonight in Moose Jaw. Canada playing at home for the first time ever, hosting a World Para Ice Hockey Championship, taking on Group A opponent Korea. Welcome inside the Moose Jaw Event Center. I'm Daniela Ponticelli alongside Jamie Neugebauer as we get set for this matchup. Canada playing their first preliminary game to close out day 2. Korea, this their second game after a 3-0 loss to Czechia in game 1 to kick off this event. And Jamie, this moment not only history for the host, but also a groundbreaking moment for one of its players.
Absolutely. Raphaël Toussaint, 21 years of age from Terrebonne, becomes the first female to play for the full men's Canadian national para-hockey team. She's certainly here on merit. She was outstanding this year in the Canadian Para League in Montreal, playing against the best that Canada has to offer. Very, very impressive young woman, a great athlete, a great teammate, they say as well. And they are thrilled, let me tell you, thrilled that she's on the team. And for Korea, Seungwon Jung, been around for a long time, been the centerpiece of this Korean national team. 3 points at the last World Championships for this Korean team that had a hard time finding offense, and they are going to rely a lot on him once again. He is a well-known commodity in para-hockey. Very, very good player.
And the starting lineup for Canada, none other than Tyler McGregor, the captain, wearing number 8, flanked by Corbin Smith, Dom Cozzolino, and on defense, Tyrone Henry, Zach Lavin. Their goaltender, number 30, Jean-Francois Huneau, and Russ Harrington stepping in as head coach for the first time ever at a Worlds for Canada, but he's been an assistant coach since 2017. A big moment for Russ Harrington.
And the Koreans will go. There is Seungwon Jung just in the middle of that forward core, and the captain, Dong-Shin Jang. Yes, he's a defenseman. He's a very important offensive catalyst as well for the Koreans. Scored 2 goals and an assist in the game against Italy at the Beijing Para Games. And Tae Ho Kim, part of this Korean team, of course, that was here in Moose Jaw at a training camp with Team Canada. Learned a lot, said he learned a lot, enjoyed his time as these two programs became very familiar with each other, Daniela. We'll see if that familiarity breeds contempt here in this one.
Here's a look at the goalie matchup. Hook Jun Choi in net for Korea and Jean-Francois Huneau in net for Canada. It'll be Corbin Smith, number 9, in the red and black. Team Canada waiting again, making history for the first time ever as the hosts of the World Para Ice Hockey Championship. And the game is underway. These two teams getting in some pre-tournament action. And it was a 9-0 win for Canada in that game. We'll see what lessons were learned for Korea. Again, they kept it close in that game against Czechia. Unable to get on the scoreboard, but fending off Czechia for a 3-0 finish. Game 1, day 1. Here we are to close out day 2. It'll be an early whistle. It's quiet here in the Moose Jaw Event Center, Jamie, but there are plenty of Canadian fans. They're all very invested in what's happening right now.
Yeah, excited. The first game, as you mentioned, on home soil in this tournament for Canada. Great turnout to support the home country. And they've all said they're very excited to get back and play on home ice.
With all the 7 o'clock games local time tomorrow and Wednesday as well. Wednesday closing out the complete preliminary action with a big matchup between Canada, who comes in ranked 2nd, and the defending champion USA. Korea in white. Coming in quick, Zach Lavin looking for his teammate Tyrone Henry. Will keep the puck himself to defend Canada's zone. Coming up quick on Jung Ho Young. Down deep again in the Canadian zone. Canada, first time playing in this year's tournament, while Korea, this is game 2. Now Tyler McGregor scores for Canada! Dixon puts it in the net.
Will someone save that puck? It's his 200th career point for Team Canada's para-hockey team. And boy, is it a beauty. He and Cozzolino have really formed a partnership that's as world class as they come in this game. And what a bullet over the left shoulder of Choi. Not much anybody in the world doing about that. And Danielle, the perfect start for Canada. Get ahead early, get the nerves calm, and guess what? The captain has point number 200.
He's all kinds of fired up. Tyler McGregor, a veteran with the team's been playing on the national team since 2012. And as Jamie Neugebauer just filled us in, 200th point in terms of national team play. Vincent Boily with the puck, number 13 for Canada. Stick handling, and there are some changes in this roster too. The last time the team played at a Worlds, it was an exciting changes for the team. And the crowd here now getting right into it. And Raphael Toussignon, her first time out on the ice in gameplay. Canada's Vincent Boily now. Coming up, looking for all kinds of space, finding it along the near side. Raphael Toussignon trying to work it under her sled, nearly does. Now Helbert will come through along the boards. Canada setting up, 2 in the slot and 2 back behind the net. Korea looks to clear it. They make quick work of it, forced back into the neutral zone. The chase is on yet again. Oren Helbert getting caught up on the Korean captain as Korea fends that one off. Dong Sung Young sending that through. And now Anton Jacobs-Webb. A penalty is coming. It'll be going against Korea as another one is fired towards the net. That one saved this time, that delayed penalty hand up, and it will be a holding call that sends Korea to the penalty box. That is being assessed to Young Sung Kim.
Yeah, a little bit of a half-wall battle. You see the officials, Martin Rapik of Czechia, the Norwegian Oswald Hermansson, and Andreas Lundin of Sweden, the officials. And Canada to the power play. It's the first power play of the tournament, of course, for Canada, and its first game is Jacobs-Webb being allowed to handle there on the half wall.
And the officials have been such a big part of this event, also from all around the world, as we just recognize McGregor to Dunn. James Dunn looking for some space. Cozzolino playing with it, was waiting patiently for McGregor. Again, it's a veteran Canadian team. James Dunn up to Cozzolino. Working it right in front of the net, though, was Corbin Smith. Korea's netminder can't find the puck. Now back behind Cozzolino. Looking for Dixon, now to Dunn, and it's in! James Dunn scores for Canada.
And a beautiful power play for the Canadians. Moved it around, had the penalty killers for Korea at 6s and 7s. Dixon with the no-look pass to Dunn. Dixon's eyes were up, looking to the net, and last second found the shooter. And James Dunn, 23-year-old, made no mistake in his 4th World Championships over the right arm, and picture-perfect start for Canada. Power play marker, and they have a 2-0 lead.
Dixon to Dunn to make it 2 for Canada early on here. Their first game of the preliminary round. The puck is sent back into the Korean zone. Now, Korea was heavily outshot in their first matchup against Korea, but were able to keep the goals to a minimum of 3. They only managed to get 7 shots on goal, so that'll be one way to register that improvement. Again, Canada, one of the top 2 powerhouse teams in the world for para hockey. still have to get those wins. Tyler McGregor chasing the puck down deep. It'll get whistled for icing. And we talk about the importance of someone like McGregor, who led Canada in scoring at its last several major tournaments, notching 8 points at the Beijing 2022 Paralympics. And there's Korea's bench.
And the Koreans come in here, they're number 3 in the world, yes, but they have 7 new players. They're trying to change and rebuild their program on the fly as well, and that's something to keep in mind as we watch them at this event.
And in many ways, Canada's roster has been shaken up as well, but still plenty of veteran presence. Oren Halbert, who just had his stick on the puck. This is his second Worlds appearance, but certainly not, certainly been a little while with the national team. He wasn't in Beijing. So to come back with the team, it's exciting, coming all together here in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. Rob Armstrong now along the near side wall. Corbin Smith plays it under the sled. Now down to Kozolino. Bit of a scramble here in the neutral zone. Kozolino on Smith. Able to fire that one cross ice to Tyler McGregor. He's already got the opening goal. Let's see if he makes it 2. He does! Tyler McGregor puts Canada up 3-0.
What a beauty that was by Tyler McGregor. Just took it himself, left side of the zone. Captain of Korea, Dong Shinjang, watching him close, but that's fine. McGregor says, I got an angle, and rounds the goaltender. Not much he can do. McGregor showing some exquisite skill. So far in this game, the locals getting a treat for sure, Danielle.
Yeah, and there's some fans right in the front, right behind the Canadian bench with pom-poms. They're shaking those right now. Again, an early lead for Canada. 3 goals off 4 shots. And an icing call will bring the action back into the Korean zone. Daniela Ponticelli alongside Jamie Neugebauer.
And of course, no change on the icing, just like at most levels of hockey. These Koreans have been out there for a long time now. See if Canada can take advantage of a tired group of Koreans.
Hey, there's the Canadian cheerleaders. We see you. Right now, Tyrone Henry protecting that blue line, giving Vincent Boily a chance. He was hoping to set up high slot. But Jung Lee adding that pressure along the boards. There's a penalty coming to Korea, though. Right now, Canada still in control as Levin hopes to fire it in. And it'll be a slashing call going against Korea. And when we return, Canada on the power play once again. They've already scored on the player advantage. We'll see what happens next. This is the 2023 World Para Ice Hockey Championships in Moose Jaw.
Culligan Water isn't just a name. It's a promise to put you and your loved ones first. Because with cleaner, softer water, you can feel confident about your water. Culligan Water has been the local water expert since 1936, when we pioneered the water softener. We've continued delivering unmatched service by meeting you where you are, whether it's where you live or where you work. And your satisfaction has always been our greatest reward. But that's not all. Culligan Water offers a responsible and economical alternative to the waste created from single-use plastic bottles. Our systems make it easier to preserve the planet, its landscapes, and its oceans. Because at the heart of everything Culligan Water does is a commitment to provide better water for a better world.
Welcome back inside the Moose Jaw Event Center in the city of Moose Jaw in Saskatchewan. Certainly embracing the World Para Ice Hockey Championship. Flags from every country all along Main Street, all the fans coming through. China's fans especially have been loud and packed here, and this is a first chance for Canada now. And again, first time ever Canada hosting, and right now headed on their second power play. First time able to score a little bit earlier. We're still early goings here in the first period. This is the preliminary round, and Captain Tyler McGregor with the puck. Looking for a hat trick already early on. Corbin Smith as well, stick handling it. Now James Dunn. Over to Adam Dixon with a big pass to McGregor. He'll feed it through to Dunn, fires it down, and Cozzolino puts it away. Canada makes it 4.
And Cozzolino going where goal scorers go. Down Main Street, the seas parted for McGregor moments before. And Canada aggressive, not waiting around, getting their shots. And Dixon's already got a mitt full of assists in this game as well. Beautiful little finish in tight by Cozzolino, who's really been kind of the heir apparent in some people's minds to the likes of Tyler McGregor, to Billy Bridges and Greg Westlake and those types who have departed as well. And he and McGregor, Danielle, some sort of combination for Canada already in this game.
This is the 4th World's appearance for Cozzolino, with plenty of experience on the national team as well. Now Adam Dixon again out on the ice, able to read it through, try to find Dunn, bringing it back, and Jung Young Lee able to block that one off as Canada chases it down into their own end. Helbert looking back. And again, Korea with a little chance there. Byun Suk Cho now. Looking it down is Gyabgyu Young. And Anton Jacobs-Webb finding himself deep in the Korean zone all alone for Canada. He'll carry it through, setting up in the slot though is Boily. Unable to connect on that feed. Raphael Toussignan also out on the ice, and Canada's Armstrong going down deep is Helbert. Back and forth they go. Lavin with a good look early on, carrying it through, will whip it up high. Rimmed around, Tyrone Henry will meet it in the neutral zone. Tries to anyway, Jacob LeBlanc circling back. It's the first World appearance for Jacob LeBlanc. And Raphael Toussignan now looking for the feed. Collision in front of the net. Wally hopes to sneak it in. Tyrone Henry and Vincent Boily now in the corner for Canada. And Raphael Toussignan right in front of the net. Bit of a scramble. Toussignan still battling for it. Coming up against Dong Shin Yang. Zach Lavin keeps it in from the blue line. Chips it down deep. Toussignan still out on the ice, and Boily hopes to fire it off. LeBlanc again circling back along the goal line. Toussignan right there on the doorstep as well. Vincent Boily up to Zach Lavin. Lavin hoping for that little cross-ice feed, likely to LeBlanc. LeBlanc meets it rather.
And they called Vincent Boily in the blue paint of the goalie, so you're not allowed to be in there. But there's Toussignan, worked hard to create some space for Boily, and he tried to go through about 3 white jerseys there, didn't get the shot off. It's all Canada so far in this one, 6-0 shots, 4-0 goals. As Toussignan, so tenacious, so hardworking in the blue paint, feisty, doesn't care how big she is compared to anybody else. And she has got a heart of a very, very big player, you can tell already. And she works for her teammates. You saw her using her frame to create space for her teammates on a couple shifts so far.
So Corbin Smith winning the neutral zone draw there for Canada as Rob Armstrong, number 61, coming through for Canada. Corbin Smith, that gets interrupted. Tyler McGregor on the chase, your captain for Canada. He was here when it was announced that the Worlds would be finally coming to Canada. He was so thrilled to welcome everyone, media, dignitaries, introduce this beautiful sport to the people of Moose Jaw. Down deep behind the net, Korea looking to bring it out. That's Young Sung Kim. Over to Sungwon Chung. A bit of a missed opportunity there. Hellberg forced to put on the speed as Young Sung Kim collides into the near side corner. Sungwon now, and it's just bodies crashing on bodies in the high slot. Causalino causing trouble. Captain McGregor already with 2 goals in the game. Canada up 4-0 early on here, their first preliminary action. But it's game 6 of the tournament.
We got an icing against Canada here. What a big hit. Causalino saying, hey, I'm not just a goal scorer. I'll smoke some people if you need me to. Got a big grin on it.
I know, he's
face.
Enjoying himself.
Oh, yeah. And hey, you know, he knows who's on the ice against him. Best Korean players. You know what? Welcome to Moose Jaw. This is how we do things here. There is Russ Harrington, Unionville, Ontario native, coaches standing hockey at York University, Ontario University of Hockey as well.
Yeah, he's currently doing that. Of course, this is his first World as a head coach, but he's no stranger to the international stage. Young Ho Jang in there for Korea on the face-off, but Canada will come away from it defensively, still needing to do the work to get out of their own end. Rob Armstrong up to Captain McGregor. Corbin Smith flies in, looks for room, trying to find that pass to McGregor, gets it. The stick handling so fast as Korea is able to come away with it. Dongshin Young moves it up ahead. Zach Lavin back with a big stretch pass and a huge opportunity for James Dunn, all alone in front of the net, and he puts it away! James Dunn, goal for Canada, number 5.
Been around for a while, James Dunn, but he's only 23. What a great goal this is. Inchul tries to knock him off. Just some sweet mitts, all set up by a great stretch pass. And Canada's having it all their way right now. Going straight to the net, no jitters, lots of focus. And it's been a long first period for the Korean goaltender Choi so far.
And James Dunn coming in. Oh, we always catch the cheerleaders right after they've been shaking their pom-poms. But Wallacestown, Ontario, James Dunn, 4th World's appearance for him. Again, what a chance to do it in Canada. Anton Jacobs-Webb taking the face-off for Canada. As Korea now looking to get on the board. Korea right now with no shots on goal. They need a chance, and up close, Anton Jacobs-Webb. That was too close for comfort for Korea. On that blocker side. Now Tyrone Henry. Looking to meet the puck up there. Jacobs-Webb back at it. With a little feed, hoping to reach Dixon. Lavin will chase it down far side. Again, Canada's just working their systems. Slow and steady, cycling the puck, plenty of movement. Henry to Lavin, that'll bring him back into the neutral zone. Right now, Canada's got 5 goals on 8 shots. Tyrone Henry firing through. Vincent Boily out on the ice. Henry. And that'll be a collision, a costly one for Korea, as a penalty is coming against the Koreans. Canada will go on the power play, but Zach Levin nearly makes it 6 for Canada. So we've got a teeing penalty that sends Korea back to the penalty box, and Canada with another chance to get ahead. You're watching the 2023 World Para Ice Hockey Championships in Moose Jaw. We'll be right back.
Good morning!
So I got
another parking ticket.
Play 92, number 1 for throwbacks.
It's Kyler for Play 92. We'll catch you later.
Is it time to take your event online? Bring it to IKS Live. We've got a fully customized virtual event platform with remote guest support for your next fundraiser, talk show, conference, performance, and more. IKS Live offers live streaming to Facebook Live and YouTube and pre-recorded capabilities, both in our studio with green screen available and on location with pre-production and post-production services. Visit us at ikslive.ca.
Harrington, the coach of Canada. I talked to him around the meal area, and he said, hey, we have the eye of the tiger here today. He was very happy with the focus of his team this morning, and proof is in the pudding here tonight so far.
Oren Halbert looking for that quick pass to Armstrong. Wally will drop it back from the outside, and that's the thing. Canada's got to keep playing. This a tough tournament, best 8 teams. Now Zach Lavin circling back, trying to get away while Korea clogs up that slot down deep. And Vincent Boily, again, working the puck, finding Lavin. Not quite fired off as Korean captain makes a significant block. Right in front, Dong-Shin Young, captain for Korea. Remember, right now it is 5-on-4 for Canada. And Choi will cover it up. That's his 4th save of the game.
Canada 2 for 2 at the power play, and a big piece of why Canada's 2 for 2 at the power play. Sure, they have all the talent in the world, but they're hungry to get the puck back once they've gotten rid of it. Korea had 2 or 3 chances to get that puck out. We're not able to do it, and that speaks to the pursuit of Canada's power play people.
And Korea coming in with plenty of experience as well. Despite 7 new members, they also have some of their original team members on the ice. Vincent Boily circling back, trying to make a quick play. Now Lavin. And a collision there. Korea just trying to fend it off as Choi hoping to get it under glove. Can't quite. Canada still plays on. Halbert looking for room and up high. Gets it in. And it's a big one for Oren Halbert.
Yeah, that was a torpedo. Top cheese. Oren Halbert, 21 years old. That was a missile, crept in. Canada with a great battle down low to win this one. Free traffic in front. And again, Canada just outmatching the Koreans below the goal line. That's where Coach Harrington wants them to play. Get the D involved. And just a rocket over the arm of Choi in the Korean net. Not much you're doing with that. Picture perfect first period for Canada so far.
Oren Halbert from Calgary. Getting the pats on the back there. And Korea is a powerhouse. They are in Group A action. So the entire division, if you will, that you're watching right now is A pool, meaning the top 8 teams in the world. And then there's Group A, Group B, that splits it down the middle. Canada in there with the USA, Czechia, and Korea. 2 of the teams will go right through to the semifinals. 2 of them will play in the quarterfinals on Friday. And a big shot. That could have been something for Korea. They had gotten a goal on that first shot on goal. And Canada's netminder untested right now, Jean-François Huneau. In net, just watching. Toussignon finds the puck, sends it down. And the chase is on for Dixon. Dixon all alone, weaving it through in a big feed. It's good for Jacob LeBlanc, putting it away.
And the youngsters getting involved. Another 21-year-old Jacob LeBlanc with a head of steam, great speed with the veteran Dixon right there. And just backdoor, 7-0 Canada, and you're seeing that Canada's speed through the neutral zone in transition has been crisp. It's been on point, and it's always good to see these new guys come in. Daniela, you talked about how many new guys are on both of these clubs. Get them involved, get them to feel like they're part of the team. Big piece of that is to score, to contribute, and great for LeBlanc and Halbert to be involved.
And Canada just showing off its passing finesse here. Rob Armstrong with the speed, working it back, drop pass to Smith. Cozzolino again already with a goal. Now Smith looking to tee it in, but Young Sung Kim denies that for Korea. As they settle it back, Halbert to McGregor now. And McGregor fires it, deflected up high. Corbin Smith right in front of the net for Canada. Cozzolino looking for space in the high slot, nearly sneaks one by. Could have got a tip in from McGregor. Chases it down. Gabgu Young putting that pressure there along with Byung Suk. And right in front, a big shot. That one goes wide for Armstrong. McGregor on hat-trick watch. That one just high. And that'll do for the opening frame. Canada putting together 7 goals early on. Daniela Ponticelli with Jamie Neugebauer. When we return, we'll break down the goal scorers, the assists, and all the rest as Canada has an electric start to their first preliminary round game here to close out day 2. We'll be back from the Moose Jaw Event Center. You're watching the 2023 World Para Ice Hockey Championships in Moose Jaw.
Is it time to take your event online? Bring it to IKS Live. We've got a fully customized virtual event platform with remote guest support for your next fundraiser, talk show, conference, performance, and more. IKS Live offers live streaming to Facebook Live and YouTube and pre-recorded capabilities, both in our studio with green screen available and on location with pre-production and post-production services. Visit us at ikslive.ca.
Like a mirrored reflection, I have to steer you in the right direction. I have to trust that we can find a way.
On every trip, you can depend on Esso to be the place between places, connecting you to what's next.
Good morning!
So I got another Parkson ticket. Play 92, number 1 for throwbacks.
It's Connor for Play 92. We'll catch you later.
It's your online portal to all things Moose Jaw. It's everything, all in one location. Find it all at discovermoosejaw.com.
Mission Control, can we access the internet through that satellite?
Confirming, GEO satellite is internet capable.
Why do you ask?
Hello?
Are you streaming music right now?
What y'all trying to do? Saskatchewan. 620 CKRM.
Scores! Jägerbomb!
Now we see Dunn in his first Paralympic Games for Canada. Here comes James Dunn with his first Paralympic goal. Like he's been doing it all his life.
Canada with the early lead over Korea as they step out on home ice for the first time ever hosting a World Para Ice Hockey Championship. Now 7-0, of course, that is a substantial lead, Jamie, but certainly one that Korea can hopefully learn from, come back a little bit stronger now in the second period. Canada is a powerhouse, ranked second, expected, of course, to do very, very well in this tournament as they do every year, but still, what can Korea do to regroup and come out strong?
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point for Korea, it's about little details, finding ways to grow and, slow down this Canadian attack through little details. They can start to take away some of those transition opportunities from Canada. Canada's lots of time and space as we look at the replays here. And McGregor, what a bullet to start it. Canada didn't show any kind of rust, didn't show any kind of nerves to start this game. They were very aggressive. They were very attack-focused. There wasn't extra passes. They were going straight to the front of the net and getting shots off. And on top of that, Korea, because they were having a hard time dealing with Canada's speed and strength down low, they were taking penalties, and Canada's power play has been flawless, 3 for 3. As you see McGregor going around the goaltender Choi there. What a beautiful goal that was as he broke in all the way from the blue line, went around the goaltender and slotted it home. And it didn't stop the power play here working. Cozzolino, he's got 2 so far today. Great shot. Looking for the rebound there by Dunn, who's been a real force for the Canadians, as McGregor with the no-look pass. And the Koreans outmanned down low, weak side, and nothing Choi could do about that. But Daniela, it's been a real problem for the Koreans, especially in terms of transition opportunities and moments for Canada. They've been able to get up ice without the Koreans being able to stop the puck, get in Canada's way. There's been nothing but flow for the Canadians, and Halbert here with this missile to start it off. Some good hard work down low. Potentially a point for Raphael Toussaint. We'll need to get some confirmation on that, but a great first period for Canada, Daniela.
And there's been a change in net for Korea as number 82, Da Young-pong, will be in the crease now. And why not? Let's try it out. It's a tough go when you're facing a team like Canada, but again, Korea is here just like every other team on merit.
Yeah, they're third in the world for a reason.
Exactly, right? So you're third in the world, taking on number 2 at home. You've also played a game already against the 4th-ranked Czech team, coming away from that one with a 3-0 loss. And so we'll get set here for the second period, as Canada's Anton Jacobs-Webb comes through with that. Face-off win just as quickly. Dixon looking for that feed to Dunn. And Korea turns it back the other way in Chilyu, but Zach Lavin on the puck just as quickly. Putting on the speed. Weaving through. It'll be an offside, though, for all that fancy maneuvering.
And there is Zach Lavin, 1997 birth year out of Essex, Ontario. You can see the speed that he plays with. Been around the game for a while, grows a great mustache as well, and very aggressive offensive defenseman, and going to be a big piece of this Canadian team at this tournament.
Young Suk Choi was on the face-off dot for Korea, back in the Korean zone. Korea, of course, is trying to get a shot on goal. They have yet to register one. 13 so far for Canada, 7 of those goals. Dixon coming in close, but again, that feed to Dunn blocked. Korea settling in. Rob Armstrong forced to reset. Would have been an offside, so Korea there hoping for a pass. That one just slightly whiffed on. Jacobs-Webb forced to the far wall. Puck comes through loose, back into the neutral zone. Armstrong working with Helbert. Warren Helbert coming up quick, finding himself with plenty of room, and that will be a chance for Canada on the power play, possibly, just depending on how this play develops, as Helbert would like to feed it through, does so to Lavin. Finds him up along the near side wall, waiting for the whistle. Canada still in control. There comes the delayed penalty call. It'll be a teeing penalty assessed to Dong Shin Chung.
Canada 3 for 3 with the power plays. You see Oren Halbert going straight to the front of the net. Shin with the tee there. And Korea, as you mentioned it, new goaltender, Daehan Bong. 1994 birth year. Like a number of these Koreans, plays in the Gangwon Provincial Office team, as you see him right there.
And able to make quick work of clearing the puck as well on this penalty kill for Korea. They've been outplayed when down a player. Canada scoring in all 3 of their first 3 power plays. And this is chance number 4. Captain McGregor over to Cozzolino now, out on the ice. McGregor working it with Smith to Cozzolino, nearly losing it, but it's on the stick of Dixon instead. High slot. And there comes the coverage. Bong nearly caught out of position. Back to it, McGregor. Finding Dixon now far side, back, centering feed, patience, with a quick play down to the end boards. Now Dixon, back behind the net, looking for some distraction. James Dunn to McGregor. Both of those players putting away 2 goals already. Dixon now with the feed to McGregor, looking for that space. Big save by Bong, and it's in for Canada.
And it's Dom Cozzolino getting in on his second goal of the game, getting on the hat-trick watch for Canada. And boy, that Canadian power play top unit, Daniela. Boy, oh boy, are they sizzling like a steak at a Texas roadhouse. Cozzolino, you know what? You always tell kids, look, puck goes to the net, chance is on, just keep whacking until the referee tells you to stop whacking. Keep working until you can. What beautiful mitts.
Yeah,
in
beautiful
tight.
stick handling there by Dom Cozzolino, number 19. We'll meet again at the center. Jacob LeBlanc for Canada. Wins that one cleanly over to Tyrone Henry. Zach Lavin. Again, that was a tough one. Korea providing the traffic in front of the net, but Pong, of course, facing a tough challenge too. Coming in as the relief goaltender after the first 15-minute period with Choi in net. Now it's 8-0 for Canada early on here in the second period. As LeBlanc gets pushed around over on the far side, Lavin comes through with it. Looking high slot, looking for an outside shot. Bong with the goal, or with the shot there, as Toussignon also out on the ice for Canada. Chases on down deep. Over to Jean-Francois Huneau. We barely said his name. Canada's netminder has yet to face a shot in the game. Could it happen now as Korea with a chance? Ha-Song driving in deep. Looking for that attention along the near wall. Tyrone Henry. Back through to Vincent Boily. Over to the far side, Korea with a soft shot. Does a trick. It is played off by Huneau. Has not been registered as a shot on goal, and it's sent down for icing.
So we're going to look at this goal once again. Cozzolino, his 5th point of the game. That means he's 1 away from 100 on his para-hockey career. And look at those mitts in tight. Took it away from Jong Ho and went around the goalie. Look at that right there. Boom, boom. And couldn't do any nicer than that.
And Korea nearly fires one off right from the face-off. Jacob LeBlanc, though, settling it back down. It's Canada. A rare moment finding itself deep in its own zone this time. Toussignon on the chase for Canada. Kwang Moon Shin in for Korea as well. Vincent Boily and Toussignon getting caught up on one another back behind the net. Now Boily, far side. Canada working the outside, plenty of space. Circling back, Boily over to Halbert. That nearly gets intercepted, just sent sailing down for an icing call. Exactly 10 minutes left here in this second period. Canada up 8-0. So Canada adding to their tally one more early on here in the second period. The 2023 World Para Ice Hockey Championships in Moose Jaw.
Style with new offers from Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. Costco is back, and eligible members can receive a $750 bonus on select trucks and full-size SUVs. Step into the powerful 2022 Chevy Silverado or 2022 GMC Sierra 1500 with low financing rates starting at 1.49% for up to 72 months. Drive in comfort and style with the versatile 2023 Equinox and 2023 Terrain, featuring standard heated seats, advanced safety features, and a modern infotainment system with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Or opt for the spacious and refined 2023 Buick Enclave with standard all-wheel drive, starting from as low as 2.99% financing. Don't miss out on these limited time offers. Visit us today to experience the thrill of driving a new Chevrolet, Buick, or GMC.
Welcome back inside the Moose Jaw Event Center. A look at Canada's coach, Russ Harrington.
That's Mike Foligno, of course, the former Maple Leaf. And, bounced around the National Hockey League. Coached the Toronto AHL affiliates in St. John's as well in Newfoundland. And long time hockey guy. And great to see him giving back to the program.
back underway. It is 5-on-4 hockey. So Young-Soon Kim gets 2 minutes for roughing, and that penalty comes right after the play. And just as quick, Zach Lavin puts it away for Canada to make it 9.
Yeah, just a great shot, beat the goalie. Sometimes the best power play is to set up a guy to shoot a puck, and Lavin right there, a great shot. And Jacobs Webb, just unselfish, eyes on the goalie, saw a man weak side, and Lavin made no mistake, nothing the goalie could do. No goalie in the world stopping that.
5 for 5 on the power play. That's the majority of Canada's goals scored on the man advantage, and so that'll do it. Already a tough play when it all is equal out on the ice, and big collision there. If you're new to the sport, the team penalty that is incurred at times comes if someone's sled hits an opponent's sled perpendicular. So you'll see those collisions, you'll see the physical play. Doesn't always result in a penalty. It has to be that perpendicular action. And so back underway now, far side, blue line. Canada with the pressure, Vincent Boily. Gotta say, all of Canada's coaches dressed very sharply and all wearing the exact same thing. So that'll do from afar. Boily sends the puck back out to Tyrone Henry, now Zach Lavin. And circling up here now, Jacob LeBlanc. Trying to weave around Young Suk Cho. Does so. Vincent Boily with open ice coming in close. And a penalty on the way. Going against Korea yet again. That'll give Canada their 6th power play if they don't score here. That was a nice centering feed to Toussignon. Doesn't quite connect. Canada's still in control. There's a delayed penalty call on the way. Captain Tyler McGregor working it through, freeing the puck over to LeBlanc. Canada still in control. And a big shot on goal. That one saved off the pads, and so Korea going to the penalty box.
I think they're calling a penalty shot here for Boily. So that's going to be exciting.
This is a big moment as the action demands.
Oh, there you go. And Vincent Boily's going to take the penalty shot. Just a quick word about Moose Jaw. Goes about 40 minutes or so drive west of Regina, the capital city of the province of Saskatchewan, and a beautiful venue here, the home of the U20 Western Hockey League Moose Jaw Warriors. Great job of being a venue. What a beautiful place this is. Beautiful town. And Boily can get double digits for Canada here, Daniela.
The officials getting ready for this penalty shot. And it was off a hooking call against Korea, their 6th penalty of the game. Unfortunately, getting into a lot of that trouble trying to stop Canada's attempt at getting to the net, resulting in this moment. Again, the officials just making sure everything is set up right as the puck sits center ice. And a big moment here for Vincent Boily. Perhaps a bigger moment for number 82, Dai Hong Pung. Boily with some speed coming up center. And the puck on his stick, taking it wide, weaving it through, nearly loses it, and it's stopped. Obviously not the setup that Vincent Boily wanted, but a big moment for the Korean netminders. Came in here in the second period.
Yeah, Boily had a hard time dealing with that puck underneath his sled. Kind of got caught up right there as it was on end. A little bit of end of the period ice all roughed up in the Korean zone, and so Boily had that one lost.
That's the moment, Jamie. You got to take the wins when you get the wins, and for the Korean goaltender, that sure feels good. They pressured. You're at Worlds, staring down a Canadian player with absolute open ice. Canada regrouping now. Kozolino looking for that soft pass up to McGregor. Lavin now. Korea can't stop that one as Kozolino makes it 3. His third of the night.
Save that puck again. Point number 6 for Dom Kozolino. That gives him his 100th career para ice hockey point for Canada. McGregor's hit 200. Kozolino's hit 100 tonight. So good night for him. Canada played Korea in the pre-tournament 6 days ago on this ice surface. Canada won that game 9-0. So they've eclipsed that. And I'm not sure Russ Harrington and his coaching staff could ask for more from his team right now.
And to have a chance at a penalty shot, too, just to be able to experience that at the world's level. Sure, it didn't go in, but now you've practiced that. We'll see how play develops. Canada still to face Czechia tomorrow, and then the USA Wednesday night. Rob Armstrong fending off Jungwon Lee. Zach Levin with the assist on that one. Captain McGregor again, also on hat-trick watch. We have a number of those players. So Kozolino perfects it, makes it 3. James Dunn also with 2 goals, and McGregor as well with 2.
As you get a good look at Corbin Smith out of Moncton, Ontario. This is his 4th, and Dong Shin in his Korean program. It's only worth 1 game. And great experience for them to come across the pond and be here and learn.
Canada in their own zone. Again, this is rare. Have not seen too much time spent in the Canadian zone. Still no shot on goal officially registered against Jean-Francois Huneau. Been all Canada out on the ice. Working with a 50% efficiency here when it comes to shooting. 10 goals off 20 shots. And now captain Tyler McGregor, who opened scoring early on here, looks for that feed to Smith, and it's stopped by Pyong. Down deep, with the fans cheering. They appreciate what Korea's been doing here. It's been tough. It's been all in the Korean zone as it is. Kozolino now working it down. Top circle to Halbert. Up high. That feed down low. McGregor nearly catching Bong off guard, but the puck is still in play, and now a penalty going against Korea. So when we return, Canada back again on the power play, or rather on the penalty kill for the first time as Kozolino is in the penalty box. We'll be back here watching the 2023 World Para Ice Hockey Championship in Moose Jaw. Canada on the penalty kill now. Dom Cossolino in the penalty box already, though, with 3 goals scored. So a chance here to see what Canada can do, as Korea has 5 on 4. And now Dong Shin Yang wins that one, the captain for Korea. This is a chance here for the Koreans to at least get some offense going. They've been out of luck. They've also been in the penalty box themselves 5 times, and then on number 6 penalty, it was a shootout, or rather penalty shot. And a big save there by Uno, his first of the game.
Yeah, great save here by Uno. Good setup by the Koreans. Good pass back door to the right man in the right spot as well. Seungwon Jung. And Uno with a great save to get that across. And just want to point out, of course, Evan Thomas right there, part of the Humboldt crash that happened back in April of 2018. Always remember him, pardon me. Former Moose Jaw General, AAA, played here. Saskatoon native, one of a number, of course, who perished in that terrible day.
Korea, another shot on goal. That one saved easily by Huno. Again, a chance, though, for Korea to maybe put together some offense. That a long shot from the outside. There's Jean-Francois Huno. Again, hardly have seen him in the game so far, given the fact that the ice has been so heavily tilted. Another big shot. That one, a great opportunity there for Seungwon Jung.
And right into the Canada crest on his chest, and good job of rebound control by him as well, as number 27, Young-Suk Cho, was right in his wheelhouse. And it's all about rebound control for goaltenders. Did a great job right there.
And right now we remain in the Canadian zone. Korea has 5 players on the ice, and Canada with 4. That one skimming by, nearly catching Huno out of place, rather. Tyrone Henry defending well, able to deflect that one off. A sled bounces down deep into the Korean zone. They'll collect it near the goal line. Having to put on the stop, and Jacobs Webb nearly coming away with it. Tyrone Henry fires it back down. Again, Canada on the penalty kill. 40 seconds left on it. Korean captain Dong Shin sends it over to Seungwon Jung. And it's good, keeps in play. James Dunn, though, persistent defense. Dunn already with 2 goals in the game. As Canada winds down. Final seconds here on this penalty kill. Zach Lavin tips it back. Goes for the change. Korea will stay out. Still 6 seconds left as their power play unit tries to make something of it. We're able to get off 3 shots on goal. Their first of the game. Armstrong for Canada. Along the near side boards. Sent back the other way. As Korea now feeling a little bit of momentum. Big collision with LeBlanc. That'll be costly as Korea. Yahasong knows what that means. After just having a power play opportunity, they'll now be back on the penalty kill.
And let's take a look at this hit here that put Canada on their 7th power play, and got a piece of LeBlanc there, kind of hurdled him over. And you can go head on, you can go from behind, you can go side to side, but if you go into a guy like that onto his side from your skates, it's dangerous play. So it's teeing, and Canada back to the power play.
Raphael Toussignon out with this power play unit. Jacob LeBlanc, Vincent Boily as well. Ready for Canada. Plenty of space out on the ice.
The puck just held up in Oren Halbert's equipment. Canada giving, as you said, some Other players' opportunity on the man advantage. Armstrong, known as a defensive defenseman, stalwart for this Canadian team. Always a good feeling for a coach to put all your troops out there.
And off the neutral zone draw, Canada finally regaining some control again. Canada on the power play. The 6th opportunity with the player advantage. And Armstrong keeps it in, works it through with a nice little feed to Halbert. Halbert waiting for the patience and the traffic. Boily deflecting that one and then collecting the puck, moving it up, looking for Armstrong again. Inchiliu giving chase as well. The first minute of Canada's power play here winding down. Armstrong again. That feed intercepted nearly. Back at it, Armstrong. Looking for a pass. Inchiliu will free it for Korea. Give a little bit of space down low as Uno plays it off quick. Oren Halbert fires it down to Armstrong. Caught up on the center. That one could have been a breakaway for Korea. Armstrong protects it. Back down Sungwon Jung for Korea. Looking for all kinds of space, hoping to connect with captain. Instead, Jacob LeBlanc. Back down the far side corner. This has been one of the best penalty kills for Korea. Don't want to speak too soon. Still time on the clock here. Canada with a 5-on-4 advantage. Tyrone Henry to Captain McGregor. And with that, Korea with their first effective penalty kill of the game. It's got to feel good. Majority of Canada's goals coming on that player advantage.
Yeah, great job by the Koreans blocking shots. You said it, Daniela. Absolutely something for the Koreans to build off. They did an excellent job. Got to keep their heads high in this situation.
Zach Lavin back to McGregor. Smith setting up close to the net. Tyrone Henry has it. Back to McGregor. The speed. Bit of a clogged up situation. Cozzolino setting up, fires it in. Dom Cozzolino.
And just that patience in front, his 4th of the game. And that's the thing that separates really good para-hockey players from great para-hockey players. A, it's traffic. What will you do in traffic? B is, can you use your left hand if it's your off hand, or your right hand if you're left-handed, your off hand. And Cozzolino has shown he can whip them, whether it's right, left, doesn't matter. That makes you real dangerous. Kind of like in basketball when you're dealing with a shooter. Can he shoot with his right hand? Can he shoot with his left hand? You take away his strengths, and there's no weakness in that guy's shot. His 4th of the game, and he's been unstoppable in this one.
Corbin Smith taking the face-off for Canada and saves that one too as McGregor scoops it up. And looks to pass, has some options. Go under sled. Fires it down to the end boards. There's a bit of a holdup on the far side wall. Meanwhile, Korea adding that pressure. And Halbert. Yeah, I was going to say that's going to be an offside.
And talked about Halbert there, stable, full of talented young defenseman for Canada. He had 3 points in the pre-tournament game as a defenseman for Canada as well against Korea. Boy, Russ Harrington and his staff have to be excited about Oren Halbert.
Final 20 seconds here in the second period. Oren Halbert coming off quick to James Dunn. These quick passes connecting. Now Halbert again. Little drop pass to Dixon, up to Armstrong. That one could have been tipped in by Jacobs Webb, but Korea now coming in just the final seconds. And Byung Suk Cho just fires it down. That was another challenging period for Korea, but coming through stronger considering the first 7 of Canada's 11 goals were in the first period. This one Some moments of success for Korea as they head back into the locker room. The big deficit here, first time Canada playing in the tournament, leading 11-0 through 30 minutes. You're watching the 2023 World Para Ice Hockey Championships in Moose Jaw.
Is it time to take your event online? Bring it to IKS Live. We've got a fully customized virtual event platform with remote guest support for your next fundraiser, talk show, conference, performance, and more. IKS Live offers live streaming to Facebook Live and YouTube and pre-recorded capabilities, both in our studio with green screen available and on location with pre-production and post-production services. Visit us at ikslive.ca.
My window's like a mirrored reflection. I have to steer you in the right direction. I have to trust that we can find a way.
On every trip, you can depend on Esso to be the place between places, connecting you to what's next.
Good morning!
So I got another Parkson ticket. Play 92, number one for throwbacks.
It's Kyler for Play 92. We'll catch you later.
It's your online portal to all things Moose Jaw. It's everything, all in one location. Find it all at discovermoosejaw.com.
Mission Control, can we access the internet through that satellite?
Confirming GEO satellite is internet capable.
Why do you ask?
Hello?
Are you streaming music right now?
What y'all trying to do? Saskatchewan. 620 CKRM.
In his first Paralympic Games for Canada. Here comes James Dunn with his first Paralympic goal. Like he's been doing it all his life.
A big opening game for Canada so far in the country's first ever game while hosting a World Para Ice Hockey Championship. And there's the crowd inside the Moose Jaw Event Center. Canada up 11-0 on Korea as we head into the third period. Now that second period, Canada putting together 4 goals, having come in with a 7-0 lead. But there have been some wins for Korea, including some big stops by the relief goaltender coming in, Dae Pong-young. And this is where we are, Jamie. We are at a point now where Korea is just hoping to, as you said earlier, get those details going. But when you have players with the likes of Dom Kozolino, it's going to be hard to do that.
Yeah, Dom Kozolino, you said it, Daniela, showing that he's a world-class player in this sport. 4 goals tonight, got his 100th career point. Tyler McGregor as well got his 200th career point for Canada. And Daniela, it's always special for us as broadcasters, for everybody in this arena, to witness history. Canada's first game. A lot of fun to be had if you're a Canadian fan.
If you're a Canadian fan, again, the crowd also getting behind Korea here, knowing what's happening. Canada is just one of those powerhouses, has always been. They finished second at the last World Para Ice Hockey Championship, and second, of course, the Beijing Winter Games last year. And you can see how lopsided it is. Goals, of course, favoring Canada, but also shots on goal. Those 4 shots on goal for Korea, Jamie, of course, coming on the lone power play opportunity they've had.
Yeah, and we did see Jung get one great opportunity on Huno, and in the Canadian net, he wants to fill that puck. But, we talked about it a couple times already, Daniela. The Koreans came to Canada, they came to Moose Jaw before the tournament started in order to learn, to train with Canada, to grow that relationship. Canada has talked about, trying to grow the whole game of para hockey. As we look at the highlights, it started really with Kozolino and ended with Kozolino. Some creativity here, just some quick mitts in tight. The above camera is so beautiful, as McGregor, as he's done throughout his Canada career, starting things off offensively. Some quick mitts in the blue paint. They're having fun. They're being respectful of the opposition, as the Canadians are known to do. And just beautiful feed right there in tight. Jacob's Webb to Lavin, the defenseman, sneaking in. Canada's defense have been very aggressive on the weak side, sneaking in, as you expect a good hockey team to. And he, again, very respectful, Canada. Always good to see that. To all the kids out there, if you're up big, you don't celebrate too hard. You go back to the bench, get a fist pump. And Canada with lots to cheer for, lots to celebrate. Kozolino, as I mentioned, in the midst of it, he scored with his right hand. He scored with his left hand. He scored from range. He scored in tight. He's done it all. And going to continue to be important. He and McGregor together with Smith, just such a potent combination up top for Canada. And Daniela, not an ounce of nerves in front of a crowd here at home for the first time. And not only that, Daniela also coming out of COVID, where there weren't a lot of fans at games for a number of years. Great for both these teams to get the attention that they've gotten tonight.
And so we get set for a third period where Korea can continue to work on the details. Doing what they can here against a very strong Canadian squad. In the face-off circle for Korea, number 1, Jungwon Lee and Anton Jacobs-Webb getting set for Canada. The third period underway in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, Canada. Daniela Ponticelli alongside Jamie Neugebauer. Now James Dunn for Canada, working it off the near sideboards. Chance for Dunn in close. And that was a nifty one, a big stop for Pong. Adam Dixon nearly able to catch the Korean goaltender off guard.
Yeah, James Dunn, 2 goals to date. Only 2000 birth year, such a young guy, but he's been around the program for so many years. What a talent again. Say that about a lot of Canadians tonight.
Jacobs-Webb feeding it through to Dunn. Dunn down to the point. It's Halbert. The big collision there. Continues up, puck played up high into the air, and that'll bring it back.
And there's Ryan Smith's banner there, the great Moose Jaw Warrior. And one thing about Ryan Smith, Daniela, he played for Canada internationally in the standing game so many times, including at the World Hockey Championships, where Canada won gold a couple days ago in Finland, beating Germany 5-2 for, I believe it's their 28th IHF gold medal at the World Championships. Pretty cool. And these Canadians hoping to do the same thing here in this event.
Canada coming away with silver at the last 2 Worlds. Sure would be nice to come away with gold at home. But there's a long road to get there still. This is Canada's first game of the preliminary round, while Korea has already faced another Group A opponent, Czechia, who Canada will face tomorrow night at 7 o'clock local time. Now a chance for Vincent Boily, making all kinds of room down the slot. Young Sung Kim in the mix for Korea. Coming through is captain Dong Shin Young, as Jacob LeBlanc fights through to the near side corner. Essentially being patient with the puck, was hoping to pass it off to Tu Sin Young. Again, back into the neutral zone. Jung Ho will tee it down. Tyrone Henry for Canada. Out to LeBlanc.
Yeah, and Canada's continuing to play. And, you know, that's one thing, again, showing respect by continuing to play. The Canadians have not stopped with their effort at one bit.
Yeah, they're not pulling back, that's for sure. Zach Lavin. Can't take anything for granted. Sure, you've got a good lead, but you want to keep going. Always be a great competitor as Toussignon nearly reaches the puck. Lavin working it between his sticks. Trying to weave it through. Setting up now LeBlanc. Will shoot it. That's just off the glove. Saved by Byung, but right in front of the net. Boily nearly tips it in from the crease. Bit of a different rhythm in this third period so far as Armstrong now in the neutral zone. Passes it back to Halbert. Halbert weaves through, cuts across. Open slot for him. Big shot down the center. That one saved by Pyong. And the crowd cheering again. A Canadian crowd here for Canada, but certainly appreciating what Korea is doing in each period, showing that understanding and coming out stronger. It's been very tough for the Korean team in this game, as evidenced by the score right now. But a shot on goal as well registered from that last one. So 5 so far for Korea on the net of Jean-Francois Huneau. Back to the far outside. Chipping it up for Rob Armstrong. Kozolino to Captain McGregor. And Korea will come away with it this time. Cheng Wan-chung. Forster circle back. Dong Shin coming up on McGregor. And now Kozolino with room to go. Will fire off a pass to Smith. Even a better chance. Corbin Smith scores for Canada.
What quick mitts and tight by Corbin Smith. Gets in on the action. His first goal of the game out of Moncton, Ontario. And Kozolino, Daniela, showing some unselfishness again. Smith cruising in, and in tight, 2 Korean players go to the 1 Canadian. And Smith has time and space, but still a beautiful finish, Daniela. Nothing simple about that one. Choi lunging for it, and Smith finding a way to roof it over him. Great shot there by Smith.
Kozolino just able to draw those Korean players over to him. Beautiful lane for Smith. Now Dunn taking one very similar. Fires it in. Is it saved? Looked like it went past the line. No, it was under the glove. Officials assessing. Daehang Pyong nearly caught off guard again as James Dunn was able to drive that same lane as taken by Corbin Smith.
And they're going to look at this, I think, as a video review, which this arena is equipped to do. Dunn taking it hard to the front of the net, and the goaltender Choi made the save, but did he drag it into the net? The question, Daniela, is whether you can see the puck.
That'll be a big part of it. Pyong did read it. It bounced off his helmet. The real question is, did it cross over without the control of the goaltender?
You're right. I've been goofing. I've been calling him the wrong goaltender. I apologize. Daehan Bong. Great save. Hopefully, if you're a Korean fan, he kept that out. He's been good when called upon, made some great saves for Korea. I don't know if you can see the puck in the net, even though it probably is, Daniela, but
we will wait for the officials to make that decision there. James Dunn all alone, a dangerous place to leave him, but yeah, bounces off the helmet, actually bounces off the pad as well. Lots of action. Then Adam Dixon just diving in too. Got a little extra touch in. And Anton Jacobs-Webb as well on the ice. As you can see, headed towards the back. A tough battle so far. That is what we're looking for. This is circled by Jamie Neugebauer.
Looks like it's in to me. But we'll leave that up to the refs, as you rightly say, Daniela.
Wonderful officials here. Coming from all over the world, meeting in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, Canada. Central Canada. Prairie Province, I should say. Jamie and I driving in from Regina today. Beautiful sunshine. And there's a look. The officials have a discussion. So Canada will play all their preliminary games back to back to back because they had day 1 off yesterday. So tomorrow night, 7 p.m., taking on Czechia, and then the big preliminary matchup with the USA Wednesday night, 7 p.m. local time.
So there's the other Canadian coach, as they call it a good goal, but that's Mike Fountain, former Vancouver Canucks goaltender, Carolina Hurricanes, I believe, as well, Ottawa Senators briefly. one of the 19 goalies in NHL history, Daniela, to get a shutout in his first career NHL start back in the 90s. And again, so Fountain and Foligno helping to coach this Canadian team, 2 NHLers of the past. Pretty cool. And a good goal for Canada.
A good goal for Canada. Makes it 13-0 here. So far in the game. Now, when these two teams met in pre-tournament action, it was a 9-0 final for Canada. And we will get going here. Center ice shortly. Jamie Nugebauer, myself, Daniela Ponticelli. Happy to call this game from the Moose Jaw Events Center. Young Sung Kim was hoping to keep that in play for Korea, but Canada, Jacobs Webb bringing the action down to the near side boards. Bit of a collision. Down deep. Sent back the other way. Bit of a break for both teams on that review. Zach Lavin collects it, forced to circle back behind the net of Huno. Looking for Dixon up to Dunn. That tandem, an important one.
Should mention, Danielle, you see James Dunn on your screen. Another Canadian with a hat trick here tonight. Good for him. Wallacestown, Ontario, as you mentioned. What a dangerous guy. He is really good at reading plays through the neutral zone. Broke in and went straight to the front of the net.
Korea winning the offensive zone draw. Now the puck loose. His captain find his way down deep. Dongshin Chang getting bothered by Tyrone Henry of Canada. Now the puck chipped up high into the neutral zone this time. And James Dunn turns it over nearly. Tries to carry it in with all kinds of space out on the ice. Race on down deep in the Canadian zone. Icing waved off, so Tyrone Henry will play it. Nifty little bounce back off the end boards. Jacobs Webb collecting it up high slot. Back the other way. Canada will opt instead for a line change. They've got the time. As Korea's Young Sung Kim into the corner. Trying to maintain some possession here. Sungwon Young. That gets dislodged. Raphael Toussignon with the puck. Now over to Vincent Boily. Boily circles back, looks up for Halbert. Halbert weaving it through. That bounces off the body of Kim. Jacob LeBlanc circling around. Vincent Boily there. Big shot off that one. Rebound getting collected now by Toussignon. Chips it up to Halbert. Now Armstrong from the far side was looking for that tip in. Couldn't quite get it. Halbert. And now a chance for Korea. The crowd even feeling this one. Coming in, Tyung. Bounces off the far side. And Oren Halbert will stick handle this one. That pass intercepted. Korea coming in close. And they get on the board. Sungwon Tyung for Korea. And what a moment, the crowd here in Canada loving it.
And not just any goal either, Danielle. That was an absolute beauty by the veteran Sungwon Jung. Scored 2 at the last Worlds in 2021, and that was a very special goal. Weaved his way through Halbert and Armstrong of Canada. There you go. He is a legend, a living legend of Korean para-hockey, and great moment for him and for the Koreans in front of this great crowd. And big time kudos, Daniela, to the crowd for getting behind the Koreans on that one.
Exactly. We're here for great hockey, and that was a great hockey moment. Tyrone Henry for Canada now. Got up along the boards. McGregor just weaving it through the stick handling so quickly as Cozzolino Forces a shot on goal. The puck right in front of the net. Korea knows it's loose. Bats it down. Skims over the blue line. And again, what a goal by Korea's Sungwon Chung. Coming in one-on-one with Jean-Francois Huneau. And only 6 shots on goal for Korea, with now a goal scored as it is. Canada still with, of course, that mighty now 13-1 lead after that goal that was reviewed. And it was such a near save by Daehan Pyong. Just watching the puck skim by. Causalino in close with McGregor. And the patience. Another chance, though. Corbin Smith now. That one firmly covered up. As Korea gets on the board with a big goal against Goliath, Canada. Third leads 13-1.
in his first Paralympic Games for Canada. Here comes James Dunn with his first Paralympic goal. Like he's been doing it all his life.
And just a reminder, got 3 more great games tomorrow here from the Moose Jaw Events Center. And you can find it on Para Hockey Facebook and YouTube as well. Germany and Italy tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. and then 3 p.m. local, USA and Korea. And then Canada back at it at 7 local, Canada and Czechia. Should be another great day. Danielle and I have had a blast today.
Making history alongside Canada here, of course, first-time hosts of the World Para Hockey Championships, an event that debuted in 1996, just 2 years after the first time it was played at the 94 Paralympic Winter Games. Canada, of course, with a mighty lead here against Korea. But the Koreans able to get a goal past Jean-Francois Huneau, and a beautiful one at that. Oren Halbert along the near side, able to keep challenging the puck now. Dongshin Chang is looking for some support. Back down deep. Again, hoping to feed it through. Uses the end boards to bounce it back. Rob Armstrong catches it far side, keeps control. Forces the play over to Dixon. James Dunn as well on the ice. Down low on the circle. Armstrong got a drop pass up high. Catches the end boards that time. Vincent Boily working it just below the goal line now. Korea hoping to set up here. Just over 5 minutes left in the third period. Be able to play some clean hockey. Korea getting into a lot of penalty trouble in the first period especially, and then a little bit in the second. Vincent Boily coming in close. He had a chance on a penalty shot, couldn't get past Pyong. Now hoping to put it away with equal strength. Down deep. Jung Young Lee over to Raphael Toussignon. Again, a bit of a physical collision there on the near side boards. Over to the far side, LeBlanc. Can't quite keep it in play for Canada. Now does. Feeds it through, looking for a sharp angle in front of the net. Boily was hoping to rush it. And while the players collect themselves, Canada maintaining that stronghold 13-1 lead over Korea at at the World Para Ice Hockey Championships.
It's your online portal to all things Moose Jaw. It's everything all in one location. Find it all at discovermoosejaw.com.
Mission Control, can we access the internet through that satellite?
Confirming Geo satellite is internet capable.
Why do you ask?
Hello?
Are you streaming music right now?
What y'all trying to do?
There's the officials with the Korean bench just talking through the play that just happened. There was a bit of traffic right in front of the net of Daehan Pyong, who has been tremendous since coming into the net, taking over from the second period. And I believe history was just made as Canada was given the good goal. That one scored by the first woman to ever play for Canada's national para men's hockey team, Raphael Toussignon. An incredible moment with lots of collisions in play. Plenty of bodies in front of the net. Now Tyrone Henry weaving it back behind. Over to Corbin Smith. Up to Captain McGregor. Now that milestone. Oh, there we go. Pyong covering that one. A big save for Korea. Now that milestone for Toussignon is being reviewed, and by reviewed I just mean she's there on the ice. You can see it. There's LeBlanc though working at Daehan, watching from the net. Toussignon comes in close, but Boily is there. So I think it's safe to say there was an error on the score sheet. I never like saying that. But we certainly don't want to give credit if it's not due, and so on that one, we'll defer to what's on tape. Dixon over to Dunn, fires it in! James Dunn for Canada. It's not over yet. They play on and they'll add to their tally.
And you could say to yourself, hey, why is Canada still scoring? Well, it's just one of those unfortunate elements of international tournaments, just tournaments in general that have goal difference as part of tiebreakers. Of course, Canada doesn't know what the USA is going to do, what the Czechs are going to do, so they need to keep scoring to keep that goal difference going. Also, it's a respect thing. When people ease up, often that's when they get hurt, and it's a little bit of show of disrespect for their continuing to play, continuing to score, and those are all the reasons why.
And Dunn again with the feed this time. Anton Jacobs-Webb nearly just pushing it in softly, but catches the outside. Daehan Pyong again protecting the side of the net now, where Canada has been playing all kinds of sharp angles. Jacobs-Webb tees it up for Dixon. That one up high, this time off the glass. Final 3 minutes of play. There has been some discrepancies from the stat sheet to what's going on here, but Vincent Boily driving the net. That one clear as day.
Yeah, excellent save by Daehan Bong right there. Dove across, showing some good lateral mobility in this one. And yeah, sure, Canada scored 15 on 33 shots, but there have been a number of excellent saves by Daehan Pong in this one. Another one there, Boily in good position back door. He's shown his ability to get across and make some stops.
The only way to get better is to play the best, and Korea in Group A action here in a pool tournament. I mean, you really are playing the best. Raphael Toussignon working the puck. She gets stopped by Byung-Suk Cho. And now Kim tries to weave through, loses the puck off his stick. Instead sent the other way for Tiang. And now Tyrone Henry giving chase to the far side wall. That could have been a nasty moment there as the door was still open. Canada still in control. Final 2 minutes of play here in this game one. Now Raphael Toussignon with room. She gets pushed over by Dongshin Chung. Still fighting for it, Toussignon. Now the puck down deep is Tyrone Henry. Will collect it again for Canada. Looking for all kinds of space. Hefty collision there. Final minute 30 now. Raphael Toussignon weaves it through. Looking for Boily up top. Back down Henry with control. Bit of a hard cross-ice pass, and Toussignon will take on Yeha Song for it. Pushes the puck up. Looking for that space. Boily over to LeBlanc. That one deflects off. Yeha Song with a big contact on LeBlanc down deep. Puck in play though. McGregor waiting patiently for the big shot towards net, forcing Pyong to dive for it.
Great competitiveness by Canada, by Raph Toussignon. She's really been good. Gritty, hard to play against, hard working in this one. Really playing well alongside of LeBlanc with that third line for Canada. Good to see the depth growing from this Canadian team.
Now Corbin Smith for Canada wins that one. Not a clear one, so they'll try again. He just smiles that one off. So Canada back in action here at the Moose Jaw Events Center tomorrow night, 7 p.m. against Czechia. So Canada playing every 24 hours in their preliminary rounds. They'll face the USA Wednesday night. Thursday is a break for everyone, and Friday back for quarterfinal action. Semifinals Saturday will tee things up for the bronze and gold medal games on Sunday. Now Oren Halbert working through. Cozzolino getting caught up. Plenty of pressure there from Inchol Yu. Captain McGregor looks for that little pass, and a big pad save that time by Pyong as Armstrong can't get one by Cozzolino. Working it back behind. Final seconds here for Canada and Korea. And so it'll be history made as Canada hosts for the first time ever of the World Para Ice Hockey Championships open up their preliminary play with a 15-1 win over Korea.
Yeah, big nights for James Dunn, Dom Cozzolino. Raph Toussignon makes history as the first female to play for the men's para team international game. And the Koreans got their first goal of the tournament too, Daniela. Remember, they were shut out by the Czechs in game one, so they got something to feel good about too. But history all around, great crowd on hand. Just a fun night to be had for everybody that was in attendance here in Moose Jaw.
This is day 2 of the tournament. This was Canada's first game. Korea now down 2 losses. But the way it works with Group A of A pool play is you aren't guaranteed to continue on. The bottom 2 teams will go into the quarterfinals. Top 2 teams will head right to the semifinals. Whereas Group B, they're vying for those final 2 quarterfinal spots. China leading Group B play right now with a 2-game win lead. They have one more game, of course, left to play. That one on Wednesday. In In just a moment, we will hear from the in-house announcers. We get set for these closing ceremonies of this game to close out day 2.
Is meant to mimic the players in full flight. The flag acknowledges the world coming together in spirited competition, as well as the Métis Treaty Number 4 and Saskatchewan flags, which pay homage to the host community, Moose Jaw. Presenting the awards to Korea's Player of the Game from 104.9 The Wolf, please welcome Tegan Whitcomb. And tonight's Player of the Game from Korea, number 82, Bong Dae-han.
And that's what you love to see, the smiles, setting up for that great moment, all the sticks giving him taps, and what a beautiful gift for the players of the game.
Presenting the Player of the Game award from the Snowbirds, could you please welcome to the ice Marc-Andre Flood, Snowbird number 8, and Anita Kang, a maintenance officer. Tonight's Team Canada Player of the Game award goes to number 19, Dominic Pozzolini.
None other than Dom Cozzolino.
Yeah, got to his 100th career Team Canada point. Just dominant, so impressive. Both hands scoring, bullets in tight from range, did it all. Grady too. And you were right, Danielle. Those are beautiful plaques, and great to see Pong with a big smile on his face. Just remember, Daniela, sports are supposed to be fun.
Yes.
And these guys are having fun. Pong is a fun-looking guy. So good to see for these guys get together there.
So much respect between these two teams. Canada coming through the big night, courtesy of Dom Cozzolino. Multiple goals scored. Added assists to the mix. And now we'll get ready to hear the Canadian national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would now ask that if you are able, please rise, remove your hats for the playing of the Canadian national anthem.
Time this tournament, Canada's national anthem being played. Their first game of the preliminary round. Now they'll keep meeting 7 p.m. local time tomorrow and Wednesday tomorrow against Czechia. Wednesday against the USA. The 2023 World Para Ice Hockey Championships from Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, Canada will continue tomorrow morning. Italy, Germany teeing things off at 10 a.m. in Group B action, and a big game for Italy is coming off a loss on day one, while Germany looks to add another win to its column. You can catch all that action where you're meeting us tonight. On behalf of our fantastic production crew, Jamie Neugebauer, I am Daniela Ponticelli. Canada winning its first preliminary round game on the night that it played its first ever Worlds game at home. Canada 15-1 over Korea. Thanks for tuning in wherever you're joining us from. This has been the 2023 World Para Ice Hockey Championships from Moose Jaw. Good night.